Hey guys, this is a story that I haven't told anyone really. It's gonna come off a bit shocking, but it's the truth. And I just want to finally state it and give the clarity that people been wanting. All right, so how did I get to where I am right now? You're probably at your house right now trying to figure it all out. The world's crashing in on you. You don't know how you're gonna survive, or you feel like everything is so rough and tough. And then you just see me over here enjoying my life, creating content, stepping into alignment. And you're wondering how? How are you so calm in this storm? Well, I have the answers for you. I'm gonna give you the answers. And this all started when I was 12, when I was in the sixth grade. Because before that I was just like you, wanting to figure it all out, not didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. So when I was in the sixth grade, a new student walked into the school. And the first thing I asked him was, "What do you do?" And this kid tells me he builds computers. Once he told me he built computers, my mind literally, it's like a glitch. It's like my mind was a fortress. And once he said that, it just unlocked. And my mind just flew with calculations going a million miles per hour. In that same second of just staring at him, processing his answer, my mind went to the deep end and came back with this conclusion, this solution that I'm able to build a tech company. I'm able to do the things that requires technology, something that I didn't even expect. Something, it's like that thought was just dropped into me. I would be able to build a big company alongside of him. Not even competition, but alongside of him. And from that day forward, I decided I knew this kid had to be protected at all costs. I have to prove my loyalty to this kid because I'm a random person. He don't know how my mind works. He don't know who I am when I go home. I have to prove to him that I'm a loyal friend and I'm somebody that we could really do business with for the long run. So I never disrespected kid. I made sure he could trust me. I built that strong bond, that relationship. Well, I did my part on my end. I did my part. I played my part correctly. And sure enough, that was my closest homie. That was my closest friend since sixth grade. From that day forward as well, I knew that once I graduate high school, that is when I will be able to create what I wanted to create. Once I graduate high school, once I'm 18, I'm able to get an LLC. I'm able to start a company. But until then, I'm in my learning phase. And up until that point as well, I wasn't enjoying what I was learning. Plus, that mental clarity that would just drop into my brain, that mental clarity allowed me to see things completely different. It wasn't school's teaching that would make me important or go far. It was experiences. It was real life experiences. That's what was going to take me far. So from that point forward, I decided to be a student of life and to test the limits. And I knew I couldn't fail. The only way I would fail is if I die and if I was in chains. And I never took it that far. Year after year after year with mental clarity. Plus, I'm praying on it as well. Every single day, I'm talking to God. I'm like, "Thank you, Lord. Beautiful day. I'm grateful. I'm gonna, I'm gonna, I'm gonna be a powerhouse. I'm gonna be a force to be reckoned with." Amen. Every day, high school, people would think I'm naive or I'm dumb or whatever. that their brain could think of me. Whole time, I'm on a whole different level of thinking. People would think whatever they wanted of me, but I was running operations in my mind, looking at sequences, looking at consequences. I was learning, I was experiencing, and I was learning. Nothing in my life was not intentional. Nothing in my life was a complete blind side. I seen where I was headed. I know what was to come for me with mental clarity, and I moved accordingly. I played small. I overlooked all the disrespect or anything that somebody had to say about me. I couldn't stand tall and be a big bold giant and immediately get back at them. No, I had something to look forward to. I had plans, I had a mission, I had a goal, and no little argument, no little petty thing can make me go off course. Nothing. And it was kind of fascinated because I'm running this high level operation in my head. I'm thinking about things in a completely different light. Like I'm thinking decades. People are thinking at the same moment. And I had to sacrifice, I had to swallow a lot of my pride. I had to, because none of the things that they were saying were really bigger than the picture. None of it. Nothing. None of it. If it was, okay, but none of it was bigger than the mission, than the operation for real. What's really fascinated, what really fascinated me is the people that switched up on me. The people that thought for years I've just was gonna amount to nothing or didn't see any progress in me. These people, wow, the people that I looked up to the most, the people that I thought was at my corner, these people were these people wanted me below ground zero, like 47 meters down. These people wanted me underground. And you know what's funny? These people that wanted me so low, even while they're doing their cruel acts, the sabotage, I was still learning. I was still processing data. They think, oh, he don't know what's going on. He's this, he's that. I see everything. I understand what's going on. The only way I won't rise is if I die. That's the only way. But these people didn't know that. These people genuinely thought that I was ignorant. I was not paying attention. Like, I'm slow. These people really thought that. And that was their greatest downfall. The amount of sabotage, if people could find the sabotage that they did to me, like, I want justice. I want justice. And I'm not looking to punish anyone. Vengeance is for the Lord. But I stayed silent for a long time. That's the thing. They sabotage me thinking I won't rise, but then I just slowly rise. Inevitably, inevitable. It's so inevitable that I rise. And these people are left in a jaw drop, like such a jaw drop. Like they can't take back the negative comments they said. Like you can't take those things back. It's done. You sent it out to the universe. The universe has a record of it. All the group chats that my name was the main topic of, all the slander, all the lies, all the smear campaigns, all of it recorded, dated, noted, all of it. And here I am, calm, collected. Like, what was meant to harm, kill, and destroy me was my greatest victory, exposure, and blessing that they were not ready for. They're like, how? The things these people put in my path, the things these people put in my way is really, they're really shocked that I'm alive right now. They're really shocked that I'm here right now. Little do they know that little kid from 6th grade made that one mental decision for a long-term vision. And every single day was data being built, was real life experiences being learned, stored, all of it, data, compounding, until I decided to step into alignment, guys. Look at how that looks. Alignment, clarity. Since from 6th grade up until I stepped into alignment, I could genuinely say I was not living my life. It was data being collected. It was me playing a character, playing playing the learner, playing the student. And I'm still a student, but I was really playing that student incognito. No one knew. People just think this kid is just slow or not here, not paying attention to everything. It's to the point I've been sabotaged, and the people that sabotage me, I'm hanging with them. Never mention the sabotage, and it wasn't nothing small. And I'm over here hanging with them, loving the enemy. Loving the enemy, I tell you, loving the enemy. Pouring into the enemy. I learned the ways of evil. I learned how the sweetest faces could do you so much harm. I learned it be the people closest to you. I learned I will never be back in those environments ever again, but I learned data, discipline, consistency. If I ever stopped being consistent, deviated from the program for real, I could have been the biggest loser because I allowed all that data to just go to waste, but I didn't. I literally have a website that's helping people step into alignment. How am I able to tell you how to step into alignment if I wasn't living the negative life experiences, seeing all that could be, all the things that people would actually do to you, and still being able to cut them all off, cut the bad habits off, cut the toxic people off, and walk the walk. Walk the walk. Genuinely, I would say this is just the beginning. Interesting fact, once I graduated high school, I was on the stage grabbing my diploma. And I literally post on my Instagram story, this is just the beginning. That probably went over a lot of people's heads, but that was a recon. That was deep. I made that decision since 6th grade. Once I graduate, that's when life begins. That's when I'm gonna be able to start building. But guys, here's one of the greatest lessons I learned though. That same kid that I met in 6th grade, that I protected all the way up to last year, just know that kid was my biggest hater, my biggest enemy. And it never went detected. Never went detected. Pause. It was detected, but I don't even know how to explain it. It was said to me in my face how, like, the pain points of things that happen, like, just smothered in my face constantly. When that's supposed to be one of my closest friends, like, why would you do that? But that's what I learned. It wasn't just a quick laugh. It was long-term sabotage that was occurring. I thought it was all right, yeah, you're mine, and that's it. But nah, it was actually long-term sabotage that Buddy was trying to implement in my life. Little did he know I'm playing this long, prosperous game. Nothing, no low vibrational thing could fracture my thoughts. Nothing. Nothing you could say could make me forget about the big picture. What I'm gonna go to a wall and cry and get depressed and never be confident ever again? Never. Like it's not that. So people are in utter shock to see where my life is right now, how my life is developing right now, and I'm not in shock. I am happy. I'm ready to continue doing this great work that I'm doing. There's a lot that I want to do, and this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. And I don't hold no resentment in my heart for no one, truly. It's a blessing to be alive. I'm super grateful. And if everybody thought the same way, we would live a way more prosperous and abundant life here on earth. But that's all I have for you guys for tonight. Like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed the video. This is my truth. This is my thought process. I can't imagine how anyone else would live throughout those years. What's going through their mind? I would love to learn, but once he gave me that answer, my mind did what it did, and I was never the same afterwards. Like I said, thank you for watching this video. Like, comment, subscribe, and see you on my next one. Peace.